think this is going to be quite a simple day today. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, Susan. Hope you're well. Thanks for being first on group. I hope everybody's fighting fit and whatever. All your bits and bobs are all right, and you just basically taking some time out for yourself. I want to do some little sketches so you can sort of do your own thing with them, but I'm not looking in my books and thinking, what should I do? I think I'll do some little sketches. Hello, Jenny. How are you? Yeah, I think I'll do some sketches. That I quite like the idea of sketches, and filling a space up without it being over convoluting or overpowering, or I just like the idea of, I've got so many little sketches in my book, all different like little flowers and things, and I'm thinking maybe be nice. Hello, Tamara. Oh, Tamara, I hope you're okay. Yeah, I've been reading a little bit about the tea and it sounds absolutely awful. Hi, Ellen. Yeah, so Tamara, really, wow, just stick with it, my love. You seem to have a lot of stuff that older people have, and it's like, wow, like you said about the kidney stones and stuff. So yeah, you know where I am though, don't you? Always. All these years. I think I'm going to do something very simple. So, I've got my sketchbook. I want to do something quite pattern building. And I'm looking at this and I think, confining myself to space. Do I want that, or do I just want to draw my own? I'm just going to draw my own. You're an old soul, you are, my love. You are. I think your body's a bit knackered as well. So I'm going to draw a square. No, that's not a square, is it? That's a rectangle. I've just been watching an audience with Adele. And so nice to see her get in touch with her English teacher. I'm so glad that, people are inspired like that. Hi, Sue. Hi, Carol. I'm forget where Mike is and screaming down there. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I don't like that. But it's just so I don't worry about filling the space. If I go over it, I'm happy with that. Totally happy with it going over. You want a refund on the body? You should be like Wonder Woman. Linda, hello, lovely. Yeah, what I've done is, when I'm getting the URL up, I've realised that I can copy it and paste it and let people who can't find me just click on it. Hello, Kate. Happily married now. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I've changed my mind again. No, I haven't. Right, I'm going to occupy this space. Right, because I'm going to do something quite simple. It's a simple space, simple shape, and I just like the idea of mandala and, you know, and shape building. So with this, what I can do is just put a little doofer on the end like that and make it into a paisley, or I can just leave it as it is and go from here. I just need a little bit of drawing today. Just need a little bit of no sort of too much hard work in brain wise. I just mean absolutely just going for it. See, I'm already working outside that, but that's okay because it was something to aim for. So we've got this like pear shape, tiered shape, whatever you want to call it. I want to create something within this and out of this. So those who've just joined, you draw, hi Glynis, you draw a rectangle only as a beginner so you can get your piece in it. Now I've just been looking, if you want a proper paisley, that first shape comes in a little bit there, if you get me. It's entirely up to you, and then you can create bigger spaces as you need it. So I'm just, for my own purpose, going to draw that line. Now that line, in case I want it symmetrical, I might not want it symmetrical. I might want it just asymmetric. That's fine as well. So the first line, there's one line there, there's another line there, and then there's a third line there. So you could take your pick. Hi Denise! Hello Anne-Marie! Italy. It's actually quite nice here. I hope it's nice in Italy as well. Oh, it's lovely to see you, Denise. My little mucker. Anyway, so I've got my line in. So now I can sort of jiggery pokery. And all I'm going to do is just think of it as an avocado. No, don't. Well, you can if you want. And I'm just going to create that edge there. Now, if you've got some of these, you can use these as edges. You know, if you want to use those as edges, those come quite in handy. But if you don't have them, don't worry, you don't really need them. It's just easier with templates. So I'm just going to draw. Don't have to be good, perfect. All I'm trying to do is draw. By having it here, I can sort of make it symmetrical like I did before, and then change it. So get rid of those lines so you can see. There we go. So we've got, the only reason I'm rubbing out is going to make it a lot easier for you to see. So I think I'm going to settle with that pattern. Okay, so anybody who's just come in and think, oh, don't know what that is, I'm just using that pattern as a template now, and then I'm going to draw close to it about here another one. Now again, these are a bit like the rectangle, they're not defining the actual what I'm going to be doing, they're just defining the shape for me. Hello Linda! So they're not defining the whole thing, and now the pattern's going to be, they're just going to give me some idea of where it's falling. Now if I wanted to, I can bring that out a little bit more. I think that makes more sense. There we go. I'm just getting ready for my shows now. I've got some shows coming up, as I said. That looks bigger than that, but this is where you can jiggly pokery around. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle. And I'm just going to sit a circle in here. Now that circle is just going to be my sort of starting off point, might make it a bit bigger. So I'm going to use my pen because I know I want that in. Okay, so I've got my circle in there, cut like that. So I know that everything else is going to come out from there. I've already mentioned avocado. It's not, but yeah, it's already been mentioned. But yeah, if you want it to look like one, that's cool as well. So I've got that shape. We're going to change into a paisley soon. And each one of these, to change it to a paisley, all I need to do is just put a little hook. Or if I want it really paisley-like, I'd just bend it right round. But I'm actually like doing my own paisley, if that makes any sense. So I've got my first circle, and the first thing is I'm going to make like a centre point, so that my point in the middle of reference is going to be okay. So first thing I'm going to do, just create another one there. Right, so I've just created like a star. It's nothing terribly difficult, but what I will do is just put like a zigzag I'll show it you up close. So going a bump in the middle and then a zigzag at the top. So we've got quite a nice definition there. That's the first one that we've got. So sometimes it's helpful if you draw it straight up. So what I mean by that is you place that on your centre line. You draw yourself, oh, wait, that's not bad, not bad. So, you know, place everything on your centre line and draw it that way, and then that way you can do, but I don't, you know, just do what you want to do at the end of the day. We're here to do a bit of moodling, take some time out. My motivation is zero at the moment, absolute zero, and I need to get this ad. Hello Sylvia, hi Emma, hi Linda. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Emma. Yeah, I need to get my daylight bulb out. So here, I'm just going to use the sections, using the circles, half circles that is. Try not to go bum bum bum, because if you go like that, I tend to get it wrong. So just do each one individually so you've got that nice pattern. And then what I'm going to do is bring in a V from that side. Doesn't matter about spacing, it just matters that you've drawn it, that's all that matters. There we go. So we've got this really simple button pattern happening. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Sylvia. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't want to go out much now. I'm getting worried. So yeah, I'm with you there. We have to make that effort, don't we? So here now we've got our like button that's, and from everything else it's going to grow, hopefully. She says that with some hope. So I'm just going to bring that line from this side, so it's just like that. Yeah, well done. It's such a good thing to do. Has it really been 18 months? Not you, I don't doubt that, but wow. So here, just taking my time, really enjoying the process of drawing again. So I've got some nice little book. Same again, we're repeating the patterns that are in here, and I've drawn it going that way. So again, following that pattern again. I tell you what I'm terrible for when I'm drawing, holding my breath. I just hold my breath and I'm like, so what I've done is exactly the same patterns but different sizes. So all we've got now is we just fill a space. It's a long time since I've just done a drawing, and that's what I'm really missing. So that's why I felt it was time that I did it. So see how the pattern changes when you do that? You now get something like else happening along the way that you were intending that suddenly makes sense. I'm only putting 2 here. Whoa, Saka. That was something there, but I'm not going to do it yet. So the next line is, I'm just going to rub that line out there because I don't want it to confuse people. Because sometimes on the camera, the big lines look, the pencil lines look. So here, I'm just going to put in like an arrow shape, which is just like that. So the next one I'm going to look at is just going to put there we go. So I've got that round there, and I'm going to be making it into a border. So the border is quite simple. It's 3 lines, a dot, 3 lines, 2 dots, 3 lines, 3 dots. Two, do get carried away when I'm doing this. So change size, see how easy it all changes. Right, so you just make it up at the end because it won't all fit in. So Quite like that there. Got this nice fluid. I can colour this in later if I wish. Massive big. Hopefully being a sort of inspired by like mending and things, which really helped me to get back to having some sort of inspiration, because at the moment I'm just not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood, and it's wrong because I've got all this pressure of like shows coming up, but I'm just not in the mood. So yeah, I'm like that. Look at the numbers going in and out, in and out. There's loads of people like that today, and you've got to be in it. Accept it. I just think, right, well, I'll get on with what I've got to do. And allow it to happen, I think. I don't like it, but there's not a lot I can do. So, do the things I can do. Get on and let the rest happen as it is. Right, so I've got this nice pattern, and I don't even need this out the outline if I don't want it anymore, because it was only temporary, just to give me some idea of where I was working, really. So if you feel that isn't working for you now, that's cool. You can just change the pattern altogether and do something else. Like at the edge, you could make that into just any shape, flower even. I can see a flower emerging. So these lines, although we start with a really good idea, it doesn't always mean that that's how it's going to be. It works, maybe moves on. You change pattern, change idea, the shape changes, your idea changes. So here I'm just going to follow that shape there. So a little bit out there, but it don't really matter to me, because what I could do is just got another shape now. Slightly skew off, but it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it, it doesn't matter. So these lines now will be, I love the idea of planning something, it working, and then not working, and you making it work. I just love the idea of that planning going a bit Pete Tong, and then you having to sort of deal with it, which is what we have to do within life, really. Well, I do all the time. Hello, Philippa. No, exactly, sir. I'm the same. Brilliant. I am so at this moment in time, I'm full of it. And the thing is, though, we get really down, don't we? That all I'm doing is making something out of nothing here, because I don't actually like what I've done there, so I'm making it into something else. See? So I'm going to do some heavy dots here. Going lighter. Football later anyway. not a lover of night football, because you've got to get dressed when you're going to bed. So I'm going to bring in some of these here just to give it a bit of continuity. Thing is though, it's like the mornings, isn't it? You don't want to get out of bed. Because it's dark and cold. I need to make myself... Yeah, we have. Hello, Emma! Yeah, we have PSG tonight. So... I'm just rubbing these out as I go so that I can see the pattern, because otherwise... I don't normally do that. I normally... Because this is annoying me now that it's out of kilter. So if I rub it out, I can't see it. Yeah, it's like in the morning, I don't want to get out of bed. Because we've got no boiler either. Boiler's broke, no water. Well, we have got water for a few seconds. A few minutes. But it's a bit of a nightmare because the price of everything now. So it's been, we're looking at what we can buy and how much they are and costs and costings and it's like a nightmare. We don't know whether it's worth paying for this to be done or not. Do you know what I mean? It's really hit home. So gas was 50p a unit or whatever. Now it's £4.50 for the same unit, and that is just like, where I don't want to get into anything political, if anything sort of. I don't want to get on my soapbox about anything, but that even I'm going to say that's a big jump. So quite happy with this. It could almost look like clogs, not clogs, cogs. Right, get it out in the end. Whoa. So I'm going to put another line round here now. I'm just going with a pen. There we go. So we've got this like arrow or spearhead now. It's took its own life on. That's the best bit about these drawings, is they do take their own life on. You only have so much input before they take over, and I really love that idea. Oh, look at this. Who'd have thought? I'm not big on creating swirls because I'm rubbish at it, but we'll see. As I said, I'm rubbish at it, but we can... I can bring the paisley back in though if I wanted to, just by putting the outside line, you know, slightly different now. But this is why I like these things, because they do evolve. Right, okay, so we've got this now. Quite like this. I'm going to develop it within See, I'm not a lover of them. So what you could do is just pretend they're not there, and then up that up a little bit. These curves on these edges are all different, so that's why it looks a bit out. Quite like that shape now. They're all different angle shape corners, so that's why they look a bit weird. Each one's a bigger angle. Well, radius. To do it like that? I do actually. And now I'm going to fill in the shapes to the pattern. Okay, so what I've done is created this new shape. I'm going to rub out the line so you can see. All different angles, the corners, but you get the idea that it's now created its own shape within that. Yeah, I like the idea of it being sections. Just going to draw in dotted lines because I can't be encumbered by making them too. I'm going to leave that empty, you know, by lines. I just want it to be its own thing actually. I think it has become now. Can you see how that's followed it, but it's become its own pattern, so it's separate now. Big zigzag in that. I know it's not, but I'm getting the Egyptian vibe here. I think you've got to go with it sometimes, haven't you? So that's just the, let me see, just continued it past that line. So again, I'm just adding these details in now, and the details are taking on the element of moodling now. This is what I'm into, the fact that I can enjoy my moodling with you and let it become something else. Just enjoy it all. I don't want you to feel pressured. recreate, just watch if you want. Or not, it's in the correct case maybe. Just do what you please. So I've got some like little diddy ones. Hi Marcia. Sorry I missed that, I'm just reading back. Linda. Oh, I hope you're alright, Linda. Oh, I hope you're okay, sweetheart. Yes, a mechanical squid. That's what I mean about the steam pump before, cogs. Got it right this time. So again, this one doesn't really, you don't need to put anything on it, but if you want to do something, see, I'm not happy with that, but if I now change it, I'm studying Mexican visuals at the moment, and the influence of the Spanish in artwork. It's really interesting. And it was, I haven't seen it yet, but Mark says it's brilliant, about, what's her name, Bridget Riley being influenced by Tutankhamun and, you know, Egyptology. I'm happy with that now. So then I'm just going to do simple lines around them. Dots, so the dots like I need to get my backside in gear and get out. I love walking, but I have a problem because my feet blister very easily, so I've got to be careful, and it's a nightmare trying to get shoes that don't hurt me. There we go, just adding a little bit of dark by adding lines. I'm not colouring it in because I don't want it too dark, whereas if I just add some lines it gives it depth without giving it too much darkness. Yeah, there is a new one about Clarice Cliff. I'm looking forward to it as well. So here I'm going to do like a broderie anglais sort of doodah. So it's now into 3. I'm happy with that now. Don't think I need much in there. And I think I'm just going to do there's no way the papyrus leaves or anything like that, but you could interpret them very much like that. It's entirely up to you. Like that. So we've got this happening. I really love this. I've got this which I might even take out, which, yeah, because it just looks like a squid like you said. So I've got this pattern working here which I'm really enjoying, this idea of it being separate. So we go, drawn that line in. Got a bit of space there if I want it. Or not. Just going to rub some of these lines out so you can see what I'm about. As you know, it's my favourite bit when I rub out the lines because it becomes really, it's like unveiling, and it becomes a lot clearer. And you're not misjudging it, thinking it's all wrong because you're seeing two lines, a pencil and a pen. You're just seeing it as it is, naked. So I think I need really to put another line in here. Bit wobbly, but who cares? So I've got another line there now, and it comes from the same place. It's doing slightly different things. It's like the patterns there that can be in there. Quite like the idea of I've got this flower pattern which I've not repeated yet, so it might be an idea of repeating something that I've already got in here that I know what I'll do. I'm going to do just here. The flower bud that I had here, so I'm going to draw it with pencil, so it's just going to draw a straight line, that the way I want the flower to go, and then it'll be, so it's half. Right, okay, so here I'm just drawing that to match that one in the middle. Well, it's not matching it, it's and again, I am not at all worried that they don't follow exactly. Pencil lines are there as guides. That's why you can rub them out. There we go. So we've got like this carnation style. I'm just going to put some lines in, like I say. I don't want it to be black, I want it to darken it. So at the centre of the leaves, I'm just going to go with the there we go. You just see I put the dots on just to give it a bit of depth. There we go. I feel much freer now, much more sorry you can't see, can you? Much more I want to do stuff. I want to get stuff done. Even if it is just washing clothes or pots or sweeping a floor or hoovering or whatever. Feel much more inspired to do it. than I did a minute ago. And I think that's just because I've got the creativity, you know, I've sort of kick-started it. And whether it stays as creativity, it doesn't matter. You've just kick-started yourself into being productive, you know. That might mean that you've got just, you know, half an hour to sort of get things done. That's cool. But it's better of half an hour of something than half an hour of nothing, isn't it? So I see it. So I'm just putting lines in now, just to make it a little bit fuller. I'm not doing them all, I'm doing odd ones, so that if I don't like that, which I do, but I think if I change this up now, Denise, do you know what? I always used to tidy my mates' rooms, but I'd never tidy my own. Mum used to go bananas at me. You know what I mean? I'd always look after my books though, but my clothes would be all over the floor. I need a dream team round here. The room of doom, the hall of doom, the upstairs of doom is now the living room of doom. I just can't take it anymore. I want something in here, and I'm looking at all these patterns, and I think it's this. If in doubt, stick a flower or a pod on it. That's a bit big, that one, never mind. That's better. I think what I need here now is a... that's better. See how it... Weird, isn't it? How I started with this one idea, and I've come up with this crazy thing here, but that's what I love about it, the fact that there's no rules. You don't need any rules. You don't need to do anything. You can set them as you go, do them if you want or not. And I think that's that's the empowering bit for me, the fact that I don't have to stick to it. That sounds really painful. Putting wire on your cone. Oh, cones, sorry. Now weavers, no need. So here I'm going to bring that over there, if that makes sense. So it's sort of bringing it together with the other one, but it's not exactly the same. It's as I always say, it's the version of that. So, although it's not the same, I've put another layer on, and then I'll put an opposite layer on that way. Something like that. I think I'm just going to make it like the undergrowth. There we go. So I've just darkened that edge now. I'll just do the same here. those of you that don't know me won't understand this, but I'm really enjoying wiggling my toes in carpet. Really enjoying it. So we've got, let's have a quick look. We've done a really nice drawing in a matter of an hour, haven't we? Oh yeah, I know, I keep saying I'm going to get a skip. Just to allow some continuity. Just bringing those together there. Got a little dots in there. And I quite like the idea that the space here, but what I do want to do is just that way. I'm putting like stitch marks on them. So if you've got, you know, like me at the moment, I'm doing a bit of everything. Jack of all trades, etc., etc. And it looks like stitching. Quite like the idea of it. The X's start to look like, oh, they start, I don't know, if I made it a little bit bigger, oh, you bum. I could make it into like barbed wire, but I don't want to do that. I don't think it's a barbed wire sort of thing. I'm just going to put in some more dots here. Like that. And it's giving it a little bit more depth. Just some finishing touches now, listening to the music. Never thought I'd be into the blooming garden centre music like this, but quite enjoying it. Well, I don't mean that rudely, it's just that, you know, you go in a garden centre and you like panpipes or something, which is beautiful in small doses, but, you know, no, I really enjoy listening to it. So let's have a quick look. You could take out elements of that. I like the idea of having stamps that shape, you know, so that you could just build them up into layers. Like, that's a really nice shape for a stamp in a corner. You know, rotate it. I love the way these like little stripes could be sort. That's a nice shape for a corner. You've got loads of, yeah, I think it does. I think it is merging towards the spiritual, only because I'm allowing it to become very free. But spiritual is as you want it to be, isn't it? I could sit and do this for hours fine tuning it, but oh, sorry, I'm using an O3 micron, and I was using an automatic pencil. But yeah, and these are from my jewellery days with Tracy Spurgeon. These are craftwork. These are great, these, but you can get them in other ways. This is a Jin Sisu Jin Si Hao number 4303. Presuming that's Chinese or Asian anyway. So yeah, and a 03. And I could sit and do this for hours now, but I'm going to turn this energy I've already got now into practical energy, which I need to do. And I'm going to get out my daylight bulb. And Matt mentioned it the other day and I forgot all about it. And you know what? I can't believe I haven't done it, but it does make a huge difference to me. Because I do suffer with SAD. See, it's already developing as we sit and speak. I could do all sorts of fine tuning. Would you like to see what I've been up to? Would you? I'll just quickly show you. Don't want to bore you to death, guys, but so first things first, what have I been doing? Ooh, sugar. Ah, sugar. Oh, you are my candy girl. I got you on me. Ah, you man, I feel. Go away. Oh, what's that for? Right, first things first. La, 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 la. Oh, I can't find some of them, so I'll just have to show you in a bit. Right, the first thing is, I've got a nice little box, and I'm going to finish it on the telly. Just been painting it to make it look like a Christmas present. So I've just put some aging on these, but I'm going to do it a bit more. I want it to look like ribbons, so that's the first thing. And then the other thing is, we've got a tissue box, right? And they call them commodes, which isn't a great name. And I thought, a tissue box, what am I going to... And then I thought, of course. Right. Made it into a pin cushion or a cushion for your scissors and things. So you stick your pins in this because it's all. Yeah, I need to stuff that bit there. It looks a bit odd. There, you see, it's a bit flat. You stick your pens in there. You stick your pins in there. Your scissors go in there. Right, so they're not sliding around. Your knitting needles or anything, so the points are hidden for kids. But you've got your, again, like, and our lovely Rachel's done, made this into a circus tent, and I think that's such a good idea. And you could actually put a lid on this if you wanted. Again, or you could just cover the top. Looks a bit, let's see. But yeah, so. You know, tissue boxes, get in. But it does look a bit weird, look. It looks like an uneven loaf. But I thought, what a cool idea, don't you think? Or is it just me being... Look at that, string everywhere. I hate glue guns. But yeah, and that's that plastic wood. Not plastic wood, elastic wood. So yeah, I thought that was 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. And I've got a bit of embroidery done. And some flowers and Christmas trees, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas tree in seconds. Well, maybe a minute. So I'm going to love you, leave you. Love you, love you and leave you. And thank you very much. I agree. I thought that was a brilliant idea, but it does need some stuff in that. That looks well dodgy. Maybe I need to shove it along a bit. Anyway, yeah, so today is the 24th. I'm back. We'll have a lovely day. I've got football on Sunday, so can't do that. No. Saturday. We have got football at the weekend anyway. 1 minute. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Right. Yeah. Sunday. So I'm on Friday and Saturday. And Sunday we've got football. We're at West Ham. and possibly next. Right. Next Thursday. Next Thursday, I'll do a live, and oh yeah, and then I'm going out that weekend. Yes, sorry, I was just writing it all down. So basically, I will do nothing until next Thursday. We'll have a bit of a catch up. We'll do some work together, and we'll go from there. But thank you. You don't realise how much I appreciate all of you coming and spending time with me. It means the world, and it makes me motivated. No, Denise, I've only got to look at a ball and I'm knackered. So, no, I'm not playing football. Now, that would be funny to watch. That really would be funny. And I couldn't even do that walking football. Maybe thinking football I could do. So, thanks everyone. I appreciate your time, your effort, your support, and just being here. And we're all in the same boat, aren't we? So, we can sort of communicate without words, and sometimes this helps you to do that. So thanks for your time, take care, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, I'll see you on telly, hopefully you can come and see. I've got some really smart ideas, so hopefully you'll come and watch me and heckle. See you later.